What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So homie didn't know you needed. Of course, we got some Croc gameplay, but we got to warm up first. So today I want to talk about the ban list predictions. I know I haven't been going to locals, obviously, so I didn't even know there's a ban list coming up, but I'm gonna start off hot with this one. I think nobody likes this card unless you play it, and even if you play it, you feel kind of bad for it. I just think it's a bad card. I don't think it really makes sense. Like, as far, okay, I was about to say like flavor wise, but like pudding, spoiler, 3, 2, 1, taking Sanji's memories with her like ability, and she can like basically take the cards out of your hand, put them back in the deck. I never thought of that. It's actually kind of cool, but there's no other card that does this. And in this game, the most you do on your turn is go up maybe 1 or 2 cards in like value off of just like different leader effects and card effects. Making somebody get rid of their whole hand is just kind of unprecedented. It's too much. It's like if Katakuri, instead of looking at the top of your life cards, could also move it, or like look at all your life cards and rearrange them. It seems too invasive. It's like I spent my whole game curating this hand and you're just telling me, yeah, put them all back. It's just really annoying. I think it can go. I wouldn't be that mad about it. Block 2 can't come soon enough. Next is this Marco. Actually, I don't like this card. It's gonna look like a lot of blue hate, but when it comes to TCGs, I see color and I don't like blue. Marco, on KO, draw 2 cards, natural blocker. The thing about this is PRBO2, that's fine. You compare this directly to a card like Workery. If you have 7 or more cards in your trash, this character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's effects and gains blocker. So there's a stipulation there, right? And it's a very black thing. You have to have cards in your trash. It gains an ability. That's fine. On KO, draw a card. The fact that this has unconditional blocker, 1k bigger, and on KO you're drawing a whole extra card. It is blue, so it would make sense it draws you more cards, but there's no stipulation on it being a blocker. It just naturally is. And then of course with Ace, it just goes kind of crazy. 3 cards is a lot of cards when most positive card or positive hand size plays are getting you up 1, maybe 2. So I wouldn't say ban it outright, but maybe stop Ace from playing it, but then you might as well just ban the Marco, because I don't know who else is playing this card, to be honest. Yeah, this comparison is just kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm looking at it kind of weird. It just seems like the Marco is just inherently stronger, and not that every card has to be 1-to-1, but I don't know. Also, this is a rare. That was an SR. Who cares? Whitebeard, a lot of blue right now. So this card, I think I've seen people talk about this. I'm not that worried about it. It is like hella strong with the 10 cost Whitebeard, the blocker. This one. So it's like 8 Dawn. You're playing out a 10 Dawn card. You draw 2 trash ones, so there's that blue thing, so you're up a card, and then you give out 4 rested Dawn. Crazy play. It doesn't happen every game, which doesn't mean that it's okay that it happens some games, because some games they do get like 2 of these Iron Whitebeards off, and then they just flood the board with new gates, and then you're kind of just like GG's, which is why the deck is so good, and they have a lot of ways to like filter through their deck and kind of search. So I don't know. Once again, like this combination, like if you were to get rid of Marco from Ace, like you can't play both of those together, it would be kind of, it's silly to try to say, okay, you can play one of these. If you play Iron Whitebeard, you can't play this particular new gate. It's like that's the point. That's the point of the interaction. But I don't know, when you have like abilities in like a first person shooter or something, and you put these abilities out into the wild, and then somebody does some crazy combination and it's like, ooh, we didn't know you could do that. We need to tune this. With TCGs, especially with how relatively small the One Piece TCG is, it's just interesting when they put stuff out there and it's like, oh, oops, like it doesn't make sense. It's like BOA, like you couldn't have made that and thought that it was balanced in the grand scheme of the meta. It's too strong. There isn't literally any downside you could have, and there are ways to play against BOA. I'm not saying that it's like unwinnable, But you go board, you take life. You go face, they play cards and draw cards. It's like it's so unbalanced and kind of weird. But anyway, also they're not banning that 10 drop. He just got a new SP, and this thing goes crazy. I love that. And then it's all blue. I just wanted to note, like, these, I don't think these are getting banned. I mean, this is block 1, so that's going anyway. The Gravity Blade's not that bad until it's getting spammed by a Reiju. That's the one thing that's kind of annoying. So like Sanji is like relatively strong. When he got this card, this thing goes insane. Just drop this down to 6 and we're good. But the fact that you can grab that this Raging Tiger out of trash is like, and then it's not like, let's see, activate the main effect. So it's not even like you're banishing it from your trash. Like, we need a banish zone. Like, play out the Reiju. You can use the Gravity Blade one time, and then like that would make me feel a little bit better. But yeah, this is going away anyway. This one is fine. The Reiju just makes it like hella annoying. The Gorgon Sisters, I doubt they're gonna ban it. And it's an uncommon. Oh my god. So like we all know what this card does. It's crazy. And the one thing that's kind of weird is that as strong as this is, why did they give it 2k counter? Even if it just had this ability, between it's a 5k for 6, which is understated. That's fine. This ability is insane, and trigger, you can play it out, which is proccing the leader ability to draw you a card. Why is it also a 2k counter? Ban it. And then I think Empty Throne, I just ran across this when I was just looking at like the top decks. This is the engine of the Emu deck. I don't think it's going anywhere. There's no way, because then the deck is just unplayable. Then you're just getting to 10 Dawn and you just like playing out a raw Elders. Like that's silly. And then you'd have to play out the 10 drop, wait till your next turn to pop it, because you have to use that 1 Dawn unless they have a way to restand Dawn, which wouldn't be a black thing. So why would they do that? So I don't know. I don't think this is going anywhere. I think the card is like dummy strong, but like this is one of those situations where it's like they just printed it. You just printed this at a common. This deck is like $30. And just like, oops, I didn't know that y'all would do that. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Onto the gameplay. All right, we got a red-green Luffy. I don't play enough of these to actually know what to do. I know that when they start spamming the Nami, it gets a little hectic because they just seem to always have Dawn up. But which is the point. So we went first, nothing to play on the first turn. We played a little search. I think we're trying to see if we're supposed to go wide or get Crocs, but pulling 2 Missile Sundays, I go ahead and just grab that one. Swing 7, they take. And I do think that, I guess you want to go wide because then you can kind of bait out the Dawn and different events they have. So they restand a little Dawn, swing 6, give them a little easy 2k, 1 Dawn up. So if we had some bodies, I'd wanna start peppering them, but I mean, it's only our 5 Dawn turn. So I think we do play out the Mr. 2 and get some of their bodies off the board. It's kind of like going against Shanks. Like, you don't even like leader swing half the time when Shanks was like a thing. It's like, because he's just gonna like leader effect and make it not matter. So even swinging 6 with a Dawn up is like, I don't know. I think it's more of like a little skill check, see if they would or just take it, which would mean they just need more cards in their hand, but they did the thing that made sense. So here they're trying to clear the Mr. 1. Don't really want to let it go, but can't do much about that. Yeah, and going first, it makes sense to go ahead and grab the Sunday because we can't do the Croc for a while. Here, trying to see if we want to go a little more defensive. We decide to, and to also grab a 2k. That's all that was in there. And then once again, no point even swinging, which you can see I had to process emotionally, pass it on over. I mean, I'd like to just keep going Sundays to go wide. Nami's gonna rest 2 characters. I need to see if that has a cost stipulation, 8 or less. Okay, so still, so if we had the round table as a card, if we had the Zala out, we could protect the Sunday, but it kind of is what it is. 7 and a 5, go ahead and take that, and that's double attack. That's okay. And then they get 5 Dawn back up from the Nami. I had to go back and read that right quick. So we do not have the Croc to freeze the Luffy and the Zoro. So we're just gonna keep going wide. Maybe Bentham to grab a Mr. 1. I don't think that's what you do. In here, I probably should have KO'd the Makita to be able to play that off the Missile Sunday, but it is what it is. Go ahead and pop the Bentham for the Zala. I don't know how many turns games against RG Luffy usually go. Seems kind of tanky, kind of annoying. The last one I played just kept playing out Namis. They clear the Makita, bounce the Nami with the Law. They're gonna go ahead and get a crap ton of Dawn back. Here I'm thinking, oh, what are they gonna do to make sure they have less than 5? And they do the thing that makes sense, is they stack most of it on the double attack Luffy. So luckily we got an event and some counter for that. You're gonna swing another 5 at the Makita, which is interesting. Draw 2, trash 2. And then 6. You got 2k for that. Restand 5 Dawn. Insane. Get that out of here. Never mind. Now it's how bad do we want that off the board? Not bad enough, it seems. I mean, and it's an on play, so I'm not necessarily that worried about it. And here I'm doing math. Does it even matter, or does it even like make sense to keep swinging? Math is weird with them. So here we'd need 3 Dawn or 2 Dawn and a counter. So they give us the 3 Dawn. I wish we had another swing, but here that Law is not a blocker yet, so we'll go ahead and stop that from attacking. And at this point, like, I still don't know if this is winning. Like, we definitely don't have any plays for next turn, so unless we pull something out of life, we're just top decking. But it's just such a, I mean, obviously they're so good at defending, just like free 2Ks for leaving the Dawn up. They clear the Makita. I'm really not sure why they're worried about the Makitas. Maybe I'm missing some tech, but I usually just throw those out or KO those if I'm gonna do like a raw, like gym or what's the Mr. 1. We really want to keep the Missile Sunday alive. So here we can do a little loop. I mean, basically, yeah, it's just loop and leave 1 up for the ground def. That's all that's on our mind. Just clear a couple bodies while we're at it. Stop 2 from attacking, so we'll have 3 swings coming in. So feeling pretty safe that we can either eat those 3, and even if they have a rush, we can counter out a 1 with the ground death. So we're just going face. Nowhere else we can go, but still. Okay, 1 life. And then we need to KO the Croc first. Okay. So we can draw. Oh yeah, we had to discard that. It's annoying. But we still draw 2 cards, and then they go ahead and concede, actually. I don't know if it was that losing, because these 2 can't attack, like we just said. So we had like we as a unit just said. So we have 3 swings coming in here. Let's say they play something rush. I mean, we're countering out of one of these, and then we just still have a full board if they don't go face. And then we have 2 Crocs here that they probably can't deal with. So no, that probably was just GG's, but I don't know, the game never feels good against RG Luffy. It always feels like, you know, I'm not swinging heavy enough, especially if they're playing well and they're playing out like back to back, like they did the Nami into the law to bounce the Nami to play it again. Like those are the turns where it's just like, do you just not swing at all until you set up your whole board and then you start going face? Do we focus on the board first or what? But next game, here we go. One of my first mirror matches in ranked, which is interesting. So we're gonna see if there's a Croc diff. I don't really know what you do. Like I know exactly what he's trying to do, and I don't know what we're racing to. And I think it's a wide board off of just back-to-back Sundays, which I don't find off of 2 searches. We get a 2K and some counter. We do have a Croc, which is okay. They're gonna swing 5. I just don't feel like taking it for whatever reason, and we can feel the trash a little bit. They are running the patchwork. Also, I still need to show this list. I might input it. I mean, I'll do a post, but I'm not running the gym. I might start doing like a split on the gym and the babe, but we'll see. We're just trying to keep their bodies clear and then just keep it going. Simple little loop there. 5 done. Throw out a raw Mr. 1. Low key down bad, but that's okay. I think we're just searching at this point. We still don't find a Miss All Sunday. Weird hand to discard. Seems like a decent split though. I mean, a 2K in the hand is always 2K. Sometimes you don't have the Dawn for the counter, but I think that was okay. Run into their 7. So ideally, okay, so they don't have it yet. They do pull a Croc, or they don't have the Miss All Sunday. That's what I mean. What are we doing? No. Yeah, we're just giving 2Ks. Kind of all we can do, and we don't want them to get ahead on board. So we're just gonna swing face and freeze some stuff. So I feel like at this point, we're just gonna be freezing bodies back and forth until somebody runs out of Crocs. And I'm okay with that. It took both of those, which is hella interesting. Finally get the Sunday. Both of those can attack. And then they play a Croc. 5, we take. Nice. I'm not exactly sure why they took all those hits last turn. There's no way they're bricked like that. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. They trash a Sunday. And then pass. So neither of those can attack. I think we just go Miss All Sunday. Make sure we got stuff in trash to grab. That would feel bad. Yeah, we have to grab. We don't have any babes, so trying to see if we want to go clear board a little bit. So we're gonna swing 7 into 3. That probably goes, even though they have a grip and they have counter in hand. They're really thinking about it. So they let that go. Can't swing the Mr. 1, which is fine, but we know we're safe. We KO'd a Bentham, so we couldn't stop one of the attacks, but I mean, we don't run rush, so we can take those 3 and then still swing back heavy next turn. Thinking. 10 Dawn. I'm assuming another Croc. We just have Croc battles. I mean, right now, okay, they throw out the Miss All Sunday. And if I remember correctly, yep. So, that was very winning. There was kind of, I'm not gonna say no way they could come back from that, but having a Croc on board, Miss All Sunday, even if they hit something off the Sunday, like, I forget what was in their trash. I don't think I looked. Yeah. But the best they would have done off the Sunday is played like the Bones Wednesday. So the Bones Wednesday would have cleared a body, but then hypothetically, because we still had 1K and then a event to counter whatever they had going on, but then we still would have had 4 swings coming at them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was GG's as well, but just interesting. A lot of the games, or 2 of the games from the rank session, were just like, people like, you know what, I'm not doing this. All right, next game. All right, last game. For whatever reason, I cannot escape Yellow Luffy. I've heard the play rate is like super high. I don't know why. The deck seems like cool, but I'm not trying to put whether I win or lose in 6 randomly chosen cards off the top of my deck, but people like it, so we got to learn how to play against it. So we're all doing a little searching. 3 Dawn. The hand is decent. Trying to see what they grabbed a. So we know they have a 9-drop Bonnie, and they grab the Nami. Okay. So they swing 7. We go ahead and take that. So anything we play out getting popped by the Nami, because we don't have enough cards in trash to turn the Zala on. So there's really no point even putting that out there, unless we throw it out knowing that it's going to get popped, and then we can play something else in place of it. I forget what we do, but that is a play. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna leave that there, and then I think off of, we have 6 in trash. We're gonna swap the Mr. 2 with the Zala, and then we'll have 1K counter somewhere. We can get her up to 7. So they trash 1, we grab that, cool. I think that's the best scenario against that 5-drop, is that very play. They swing, we counter, so now we're up to 7K. I think we counter again, so we know we're gonna be dealing with a lot of I don't know why we don't get rid of the Mr. 1. We're gonna be dealing with a lot of kind of burn, so we need to save as much life as we can early. 5 into the Sanji. I'm thinking we kept the Mr. 1 because we want to just swing more into the bodies. So we're gonna, yeah, KO to minus the Nami, throw out the Mr. 1, swing into it. So either way, either give us the Nami, some cards out of hand. I'm actually okay. They let it go, perfect. And that's what we were looking for. So Nico Robin, swing 6. That's okay. We save that all day. And we got Sundays. Always check the trash. I would say swing first, but the Makita might grab us something. So I think, yeah. Usually if they trigger out a body, I want to try to clear it, but I don't think we have another bones to play. So we just went ahead and kept swinging face. I don't know what you want there. Seems fine. Still don't have another bones. I think the bones is really kind of key. And then early game, the Zala, like we saw, would have been nice to have out earlier. Well, no, we got it out when we wanted, but it's just you have to watch out for the Nami. So here, keeping the bodies up. We know we got 2 more swings coming in, and we're assuming they're gonna throw out the Bonnie. Go ahead and counter that. Grab a second Croc. Okay, just in case they have a second Bonnie, they like to chain those. Who wouldn't? We got another 8 and a 6. I think I'm gonna go a little. We got to do the ground depth if we want to save that. I'm okay with that. Another Nico. So here with no Dawn, 4 cards in hand, I'm clearing bodies. Give us a little counter, that's fine. I'm swinging again. So if I could get rid of that Nico Robin, I would. We do have a Mr. 1 in trash, so we could try. We're gonna KO. Okay, so we KO that first just to get some card draw, which isn't bad. That's not a bad play. Swing 9, they take, play out the Kikanojo. Okay. 10 Dawn, still waiting on that 9 drop. I don't think they discarded it at this point. We will see. 1 Dawn on Luffy. I'm assuming they still might try to throw that out. So because of that, we're probably gonna counter out. Okay. Swing 7, make it extra weird. Probably save that. Yep. I didn't know he ran the kid. That's a crazy card. Rest for a burn, and then they trash the Bonnie, which is interesting. Why wouldn't you just play the? I don't know, because well, I guess yeah, you can't. It's either the kid or the Bonnie, but either way, 9 and a 5. They take. I think we're just. My math is still kind of weird at the end. So here you have 5 Dawn up, like you just want to bait out anything you can. Cool. That was not bad. A lot of burn, just yellow shenanigans, but countering early just to stay healthy, and then we can just tank a few hits towards the end, and hopefully you find your Crocs to kind of mitigate whatever they got going on. Playing out the babes to make sure we get some 2Ks in hand, or the Crocs or the Miss All Sundays you might have milled. So yeah, those are solid. Those are solid games. I don't even have the sim open. 1 second. I haven't changed the list. I've been considering doing a split between the babe and the gym. So still the exact same. And I honestly have not missed the patchwork, and I think a lot of times in those games in particular, it wouldn't even come in handy. There's no point where I'm like, man, I wish I could stop 3 bodies from swinging. Like, it's nice. I don't think the patchwork is like a win more type of card, but like it's definitely very situational, a lot more situational than I was finding. It seemed super useful because I was trying to find ways to use it, but I'm fine without it. This I might put back in. The babe is just so useful. So it's like, would you rather for sure with the babe go and grab any card, 2K value freeze, or draw 2 trash 1? So you're going up a card either way, but this is more random. And it's a 6K blocker, which matters. So I might split it. Not right now though. So that's gonna be it for today. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know what you think about the ban list. They're always kind of weird. The one time it mattered, they banned Ice Age, and I've just been hurt since then. So I'm like, ban Pudding, get her out of here. Let somebody else cry themselves to sleep. So let me know what you think as far as the predictions for the ban list. What do you think about the gameplay? It always feels weird to put up like games where they just like DC, but if they see the writing on the wall, of course they're gonna quit, which is fine. But there's a lot of times where I'm playing and I think like, oh, this might be it. And I think of just like dipping out of there, but they swing a little different, or I happen to find a little more counter and the game changes in my favor. So I like to stick in there to the very end. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. You're feeling the vibes. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.